Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Uplifting Earth, and this is going to be the long version of the workflow. I'm going to take you through my entire process of how I get an arrangement done. Now, it's super important to me that I get this arrangement down as fast as I humanly can, and move on to the next thing. That's really the important part here. So in this video, I'm going to take you through my whole process. I just noticed that you probably can't. You probably can't see what I'm doing over here, so I'm just going to move myself over here for right now. And okay, so right now I have a blank template. I have nothing loaded except an instance of Kontakt. This is going to be completely free form, so it might suck, but I did already go ahead and load a instance of Flutter, which is a really cool program that I like to use. And I just have a basic idea, and I like the way it sounds. So this is what I got so far. So that's the only thing that I'm going off of right now. I got nothing else loaded, nothing else going on, but I know that I really like the way that this sounds. It feels uplifting, it feels peaceful, and that's totally what I want to go for. Okay, so with only that idea, the first thing that I'm going to do is find what tempo I want to work at. And I can already hear it in my head, and so I'm just going to tap it out, and it goes... Okay, so I'm at about 188. That's a little high. I'm going to just drop it down to 180 really quick. And that's where I'm going to go from. I'm going to change my Q out to 1-2, and then I'm going to just record that riff just really, really fast. Okay. Oop, and already I don't have my metronome turned on, so we'll get rid of that. We'll do that again. Okay, so that's all that I need from that. I can look at this MIDI data right meow, and say, alright, yeah, look at that. Yeah, there's some good MIDI data there. Okay. Alright, so that's really all I need from this. That's totally the feel that I'm going for. It has this nice, like, well, I already talked about how I feel about it. So, first things first with my workflow. Since I'm about at 180, I'm going to pull in some drums from a project that I already made before, and I go over this in a couple other videos. If you don't know about using templates or pulling in from other projects, go check out that video. It's going to save you hours and hours of time. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into my projects. I'm going to go up to Uplifting Earth, and I'm going to grab Love Is What I Broadcast. Okay? Now for this, and this is all just to make time shorter, right? Because the whole point is trying to get this down as fast as possible. So I'm going to go ahead, and I know that I'm going to start with this snare, and then this is probably going to go down to my keys. Oop. Holding shift gets you there, and I'm just going to drag all these in. Right, kabam! Alright, okay, super exciting. Okay, so let's go ahead, Command G to group. I'm just going to rename this really fast to drums. Right, awesome, super sweet. Okay, and then just for my own sake, just to have this sound a little better, I'm going to go ahead and drop a OTT on it. I like to have a little bit of multi-band on my drums. It really brings out the hi-hats and everything. I'll do a later video on OTT, but right now I'm just going to set this to about 25 to 30%. I'm not going to worry about how it sounds right now because this is only for arrangement. This is just getting out as much as I can. So I already know that this is going to be the verse, basically. So let's go ahead and label this verse. All right. For this, I don't want a big breakdown because I'm going to do this big long like transition out of it, right? So what I'm going to do is that this is going to be our drop right here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take all of this stuff and just duplicate it over here. Like so. We're going to get the kick in there. We're going to get these, what are these? These are some snurs. Okay, so that way it's not going to have this big long and then like coming back to it and everything like that, right? Okay, so that's fine because I'm going to have this. I'm just going to duplicate this a couple times because I already know that this is going to probably play throughout this whole thing right here in this section. So that's fine. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my projects and I'm going to grab the effects. So that's going to be my impact, my crowd, my riser, these guys right here, and I'm going to throw them on there, and they should already be, yep, exactly where I want them. Just for right now, as I go back and edit this, I will be changing out all of these sounds, but for right now, to get a feeling of what I'm doing, I'm just going to go ahead and pull those in. So we'll rename this FX, and that's all well and good, okay, and just so the FX aren't cluttering everything, I'm going to go ahead and stick a utility on there. There will be another video done on the utility. I'm just gonna widen that out to about 150% for right now. I'll play with that later. That's not gonna be a set thing. Next thing that I want to do is let's see. I know that I'm gonna want this big long breakdown. Let's get rid of this, which is gonna be this almost sort of meditation type of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab all of this and then I'm just going to slide it over by 132 bar right there. And this is going to be our nice long sort of meditation part to it. And I already know that this is going to be back in it. We'll just go ahead and throw those there. Okay, that'll be a nice thing right there. Okay, so what we got right now is a verse. Let's label this part A. I already know that there's going to be a part B and a part C. We're going to do an ABC type of thing here. I don't know what I'm going to do for the second drop yet, but I'm not worried about that. This is going to be our outro, so let's just go ahead and label that. Outro, swat, okay, dope. So we got our effects, we got our drums, basically. We'll edit all this later. Next thing that we need is some drop noises. So let's get some basses. So we got our serum here. I'm just gonna go ahead and that's not what I want. But I'm gonna go to the users and I'm gonna go ahead and grab this patch that I made before. Okay, so I like that just as an example. This probably won't get stuck with it, but we're gonna make this nice, like that type of thing over this. So why don't we go ahead and just listen to how this all sounds together. Okay, so that's pretty good. Let's record that. I liked it better the first time I did it. That's why you always want to record, but whatever, that's fine for right now. We got our basic idea of what we want here. That's going to be part A, okay? We're going to have, actually, let's make that part B. Let's make that part B. Zoom in here real quick. Like, okay. So that's fine. And then, blah, 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 blah. Let's take half of this half, and just transpose that down. So that way it just adds a nice little, like, you know, whatever.